Hi, I'm D.B.S.B.F. I can't remember the letters of my name because I've been drinking. Today we are celebrating the end of COVID restrictions, at least the easing of COVID restrictions in my native home of the United Kingdom. And to celebrate, we went to the pub like a proper British person. And at the pub, I got a little bit wasted and wanted to play some really old games. Now, this game takes me back so far. I mean, when a lot of the streamers out there at the moment were still in their nappies, I was playing this game as opposed to Resident Evil or Resident Evil 2. We didn't have a PlayStation 1. We didn't have a NES. My dad didn't believe in cartridges or consoles that... In fact, actually, we did have a PS1 because you could modify it. You weren't supposed to modify it, but you could modify it. And it opened up the versatility. But did invalidate the purchase of the PlayStation and make it so that we couldn't get it repaired officially by Sony if we wanted to. And if you're from Sony, then please forgive me for my past sins. But so we did have that, but instead of getting heavily into the PlayStation's roster of games, which I did get a little bit into it. I like my Rugrats games. I like my... Oh, what else did I play back then? There's mostly things like Bubble Bubble, Spice World. That was a game that I played with my sister. It was good. It was good times. But when I wasn't playing PlayStation games, which was pretty much most of the time, I was playing this game. This game is from a world before World of Warcraft. I told you I forget my letters. So before Minecraft, before World of Warcraft, just after Warcraft 2, where you had two races, the orcs and the humans, and they fought like races at war. The follow-up by the company Blizzard Entertainment, which has become a absolute staple for Koreans. There's genuine competitions on it. They treat it like a chess game. This will not be treated like a chess game. This will be treated like a kickabout with your mates after a few pints. 3 to be precise. Because I've been playing this for, like I said, a very long time. So I think it's the only way to make it a little bit more entertaining for you is to Bill Hicks myself and to lower my comprehension abilities while I chime through this stuff that I've been through before. But like I was saying, that this is...
Welcome to Marsara, Magistrate.
Hi.
The equipment demonstration you requested is prepared and may be initiated at your convenience.
Well.
Simply select Start to begin the demonstration.
Excuse me.
You may skip the demonstration by selecting Skip Tutorial.
I think she's the internal computer. These are the terrains. These are our human races. And it's
Whenever you feel you are ready, you may select Start.
Shall we go for the tutorial? I mean, this is really... I'm just going to skip it. Wasteland. Office of the Colonial Magistrate. All I'm putting down is supply barracks.
Online. Good evening, Magistrate.
Not even a
I'll
barracks.
fill you in on what's been happening. Confederate traffic has increased substantially within the system due to the recent Protoss destruction of the Chow Sara colony. The Confederates have tightened security on all outlying systems, and it's likely that this colony will be locked down as well.
The Confederates?
An encrypted Confederate transmission came to you while
Was it always called the...
replaying transmission.
These aren't gonna be...
Greetings, Magistrate. I'm General Edmund Duke of the Confederate Security Forces Alpha Squadron.
I don't like
The
you.
Confederacy has quarantined.
He's not a good guy, just full disclosure.
And we'll proceed with
This isn't
lockdown
one of
within
those,
48
yay,
hours.
the Confederates.
You're
He's
to
gonna screw us
relocate
at some
your
point.
core
I'm gonna give
colonists
it
to the
too much
outlying
hints away,
wastelands.
but he is a dick.
I know
And I don't
there
like
won't
him.
be any problems with these new arrangements.
And I can't quite remember because of how many years it was ago, but I want to kill him.
Raynor has agreed to meet your personnel en
I look
route
forward to killing
and
him.
escort them to the new Wasteland site.
Just remembered more of his plot and that'll be fun. You don't kill him, you actually have to look after him at one point. Don't need to see tips. Let's go. You can select multiple units. Yep, thanks. You can also put them in...
Can't believe we're being sent to the wasteland. These Confederates think they can push anybody around. Go, go, go. Let's move.
Well, it's just a simple left click. We double click on one of these guys. Control 1. Double click on these guys. Control 2. So now I press 1. Attack the floor.
Yes, sir.
Left click these guys because we're going to want you to do something.
Orders, Captain. Jacked up and good to go.
If you attack the floor as you move towards it,
Yes, sir.
then...
Right away, sir.
Oh, who is he? That's Raynor. He's my hero. Oh! Raynor!
Howdy, boys.
Howdy!
Marshal these parts.
I already said howdy. I'm D.B.S.B.F. Ah!
Yes, sir. Go, go, go.
That went terribly.
Jacked up and good to go.
Overconfidence. It's like, how could this possibly go wrong? I've played this for years. Add alcohol. That's how it goes wrong. Oh wait, I could have been building.
Not enough minerals.
Alright.
Right
Put
away,
your
sir.
minerals. Double right click there.
Reporting for duty.
Bad Australian personation. Nation.
Not enough minerals.
So up here I've got my supply. I've currently got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some units cost more than 1 bit. I think that caps out at 200.
SCV good to go, sir.
Thank you.
I read you.
You get your money going. So you guys can do a little bit of exploration because this game does require some explanation. As I said, this is practically an Olympic sport if you're playing it against other people. I'm just going for the normal enemy at the moment. Just gonna see if I can heighten the difficulty. I figure just because I'm drunk doesn't mean I shouldn't get you the biggest fights. I think it's just standard 90s games for you. And yeah, if this goes well, and I'm sure it will because I can just replay this game at any moment all the way through, cover to cover, and still have a great time doing it, then I might see about putting together some other retro videos. Don't die, Jim Raynor. Come on, back up!
Sounds fun.
That was the weakest backup I've ever seen.
Right on.
That can be a bit janky sometimes. Get you on. We've got enough to get 5 of you straight up. You can queue 5 at a time. That will get us some decent resources, probably far more than I need.
Anytime you're ready.
Just having a bit of fun, really. Having a bit of a recce.
Yes, sir.
What have we got in terms of our
SCV good
barracks
to
for
go,
150?
sir. Reporting for duty.
You go then.
Commander. Anytime you're ready.
So we'll just recontrol 1 them.
Right on. This should be good.
Did I need Vespine gas? Or was that the...
Go, sir.
Right
the first tutorial, was it? And then we'll just get him back.
I read you.
And a bit of heal up.
Roger that.
Right click does so much work in this game.
SCV good to go,
Right
sir.
click is move, start start mining, build units, loads of things. So that looks like a good setup, particularly for early Starcraft.
SCV good to go, sir.
Will not need that many ever. They wanted a barracks, and I probably need to get 10 of these guys. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 2. And when I say this is practically an Olympic sport, I am not lying. Like, there are people out there that understand this game like the back of their hand and are probably spitting feathers at how terribly I'm doing it. And to them I say cheers. It's good to have you. But yeah, I'm sure you're glad after this that I skipped the tutorial.
Right away, sir.
This is not riveting. The music is suggesting otherwise, but
Go ahead, Commander.
your SCVs can heal any mechanical units there. Sure you already realise this. I mean, if you're watching this game, then it's probably because you played it quite a while, and there is just something preventing you from playing it right now. Can't see very many of the hip youngsters going, oh, you know what I want to watch?
Infantry units such as Marines can be trained at this facility.
Orders received.
Oh, that's good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Raynor here.
Just finish our plant. And hello to Mimsy. This is Mimsy. Hello, kittens. She wants her lovin' too. Are you not moving? You lousy.
Right on.
Hello, baby girl.
You want a piece of me, boy?
My little computer cat. Oh, let's kill
This should
them.
be good.
Mate, you just killed one.
Commander.
Hello, baby girl. How are you doing?
Anytime you want a piece of me, boy.
And just try and get as much of the map as possible. Now, as I said, if I was playing against a human, obviously it would not be this easy. That's where it becomes more of an Olympic sport. The computer's AI, bit boring, bit predictable. But I've got to be honest with you, for a game of its time, the storyline in this game is actually pretty impressive. The gameplay is just phenomenal. I could play it forever. And even I found out last night that I can even watch people play this game.
Additional supply depots required.
I can watch the competitions for Starcraft 2 that occur in Korea, and genuinely big cash money results for. I've never entered, never interested in entering, would get whooped, I'm sure. I mean, after so many years, I'm sure I've developed some kind of technique for this, but I don't know whether I'm international gameplay level. I just thought that you might be interested in a cool story about these guys, the Zerg, who are shredding my Marines. They're not friendly. They're your alien races. So like I was saying, with Warcraft, you've got two races. You've got the orcs and you've got the humans.
This should be good.
In this,
You want a piece of me, boy?
all the races are spacefaring. You've got, obviously, as the chapters progress, I'll have access to more junk, more materials, more. They'll slowly introduce them in line with the plot. You know how games are. But in this, you don't have two races. You have three. You have the Terrans, who are your humans. They are mostly machine builds. You get tanks. You get, this is the first installment as well, so it's mostly tanks. The Vipers that you saw, also Goliaths come into it,
This is Jimmy.
which are tanks that will machine gun things on your level, but also have anti-air missiles. You can also get wraiths and battleships. Battleships are probably a Terran's best unit,
Additional supply depots
particularly
required.
in Starcraft 1. Oh, I need additional supply depots. How do I make one of those, you say? Lots of money. Badosh. So Terrans are your human race. Once we've got spacefaring, we've got space travel, but, you know, it's mostly metal and people driving metal. Then you get your Zerg, which are who I've fought so far, and they're a lot more of an insectoid race. They're driven by a hive mind, and they're a colony. Particularly at the moment, they are a colony that well, they'll mess you up. They all focused. They've got one intention, and that is the murderization of you and your kind. And if they ever get to your planet, then, well, let's not go there, shall we? Running out of the old resources there. Build another command center. Absolutely redundant by this point, because I think I'm soon going to be in for it. Yeah, I just got one more guy to actually start going, and then we've won this very first. Very basic. It does get more complicated than this. I wouldn't just pitch you. I wouldn't just pitch it as a national sport for Korea, and then be like, this is the be all and end all. That's just gets a lot more in depth. Gum-brood versus D.B.S.B.F. You got eradicated there. You got eradicated. Maybe I'm not drunk enough. Maybe that's it. I lost 5. It's depressing. Every single one of those had a family. If only I'd discovered a time lapse. It was like 10 minutes though. It's par time for that, I'm sure. Eradicate the alien infestation. Raynor must survive.
Comlink established.
Raynor.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Got your refugees tucked in nice and tight. Provided you can sidestep any more surprises from our Confederate friends and keep away from those critters, they should have an easy time.
So here's your more Mal
Backwater Station
from Firefly of the
unknown alien organisms. Distress beacon activated at 0658.
what?
Alerting Confederate headquarters.
There might be humans there.
Stand by for incoming transmission.
We've already received the distress beacon from Backwater, and we'll take care of it.
Oh no.
You just sit tight. You'll be notified if there's anything we think you need to know.
I ain't trusting you.
Listen,
Anything
if we
you
wait for
need to
Confederate
know.
reinforcements, that station's dust.
I'm not doing it.
I'll head out there now. Do
I'm
what I
not doing
can.
it.
You send in some militia, and we'll save those folks.
That Confederate douchebag tell me what to do. I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm just gonna.
Glad to see you,
He says
boys.
sit tight.
Time to kick some serious butt.
He says sit tight. I'm kicking butt. I'm just gonna spank it all on SCVs.
Jacked up and good to go.
Now a little bit less confident, considering the early loss I took in my last game.
Oh yeah.
So we'll do the smart thing and just build up some cash.
SCV good to go, sir. Roger that.
Go ahead, Commander.
Now you might think that I'm of the mentality that there's no such thing as too many SCVs, considering the way I spank it. But I mean, most StarCraft people with
Good to go, sir.
most experienced people with this game would tell you that sitting on 16 of these bad boys, not necessarily a bad idea. 20, sometimes 25. You've got a 200 limit if you go to the threshold, and your resources are just so important. You want to be going out looking for other opportunities. The music is just taking back so many memories. I've spent so many years of my life. I think I had a run through of this just a couple years ago. I'm just not even. It's that much of my favourite game.
Go, go, go.
And I've played all of them from this. I did skip the tutorial. Sorry if anybody was dying to see that, but I guarantee you everything that's going to happen in it will happen. This game as well.
This is Jimmy.
This is Jimmy.
Anytime you're ready.
Anytime I'm ready, yeah?
Go ahead, Commander.
Okay.
Raynor here. Hey, quit it. What's your problem, man?
Oh,
Look, Commander, do you mind?
Warcraft had these things as well, and Warcraft 2.
Stayed in bed this morning.
To the point in Warcraft 2,
This is Jimmy.
in Warcraft 2, if you did that to a sheep or to any other, you know, of the animals that were used for farming meat, I believe, I can't remember it that well, but you could hit them repeatedly and eventually they'd explode.
Anytime you're ready.
So that became something that you do on all of them. I remember as well in Warcraft, because all of the units have it. So if I go on, do I want a piece of you?
Standing by.
Standing by.
Commander,
Okay,
give me something to shoot.
I'll give you something to shoot.
Commander, we gotta move.
We've got to move.
Are you gonna give me orders? Oh my god, he's whacked.
I'm not whacked.
Oh, we fragged this, Commander.
No, don't frag me. Don't frag me.
I know how to get out of this chicken shit now.
Aliens!
You want a piece of me, boy?
Oh, I remember learning that joke before I'd seen Aliens, and I was devastated. It's like, what does it mean?
Yes, sir?
Bang.
Your forces are under
Oh.
attack.
Well, that was stupid.
Anytime you're ready. You want a piece of me, boy? Right on.
Oh, that was
Can I read you?
just dumb, man. That was just dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Dummy, dumb, dumb. Should be less dumb.
You want a piece of me, boy?
This looks like a big unit. Let's go in with them.
SCV good to go, sir.
Good.
Can I read you?
So we went through the first two. You've got the Terran, the Zerg, which are not giving me an easy time in this level.
SCV good to go, sir. Job's finished.
The shift button there,
This should be good.
and that's the A button. No, we'll
Right on.
A button there, because you kind of the AI is not very intelligent,
Yes, sir?
so you've sort of got
SCV good to go,
to
sir.
walk them through the door a lot of the time.
This is Jimmy.
But the third race is the Protoss. Now the Protoss is sort of, if you... Well, the Protoss are really Predator, I suppose. They're a high-tech race. Like, imagine Predator that wasn't just the Predator that you see in the Predator movie. And has got an intricate society, bit of religion. But their just tech is phenomenally past us. And if they wanted to...
This should be good.
So you've got the moderate tech race. What the hell is that?
Looks like the ground there is alive.
It's a creep. It's their creep. Zergs can only grow on this. Oh, there's a human base. Let's liberate it. I liberate this land in the name of Britain.
Thanks for the rescue.
Oh,
We've been holed up in these bunkers for days hiding from the
These
Zerg.
things have been out here a while,
poor guys.
but they could be pretty useful.
Yeah, they will be pretty useful. Don't you misunderstand. I almost, because if you press attack, it will just attack whatever needs to be attacked. Ooh, flamethrowers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you go in there. Machines can't go in bunkers. Bunkers, particularly in this game, my favourite addition, or my favourite option for the terrain. Terran? The terrain?
Affirmative.
Oh no, they're pretty much... Nah, one more could go in that. Alright. Why you... There's clearly one there.
Orders received.
Oh, have I not liberated that?
Want to turn up the heat?
We'll take out anyone who's not injured.
Want to turn up the heat?
You can also draw boxes. So yeah, Protoss are kind of like Predator. Zerg are sort of like Alien. Most hurt. He's least hurt. He's least hurt. Red.
Want to turn up the heat?
Yes, sir?
So yeah, it's sort of like a heads-over Alien versus Predator, where you actually develop their society, and that's what wins or loses you the movie.
Oh yeah.
And each game is a little movie.
Sounds fun. Right on.
And so, hopefully, for your entertainment pleasure, there will be a couple movies. And as you can see from building that supply depot, wherever I did it, where did I actually put that? Academy. Increase marine attack range. Take that. Upgrades, massively important.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Like I said, important,
A piece of me, boy?
particularly if you want to be great at this game and take it, because like I said, there are people. This is a national sport, and for good reason.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
You go in there. I'll take another 2 of you. Ooh, not what I wanted. Hello. Ah. Shift and control do the opposite of what they usually do in this game.
You want a piece of me, boy?
But yeah, so a lot of tactic can go into this. Like, obviously, were you to play this, you wouldn't do as badly. You would be a little bit more on point, a little bit more dedicated. Yeah, all I've got to do is eradicate them. I'm just deciding to build up a little bit more force before I pop in. In true 90s fashion, you're capped at about 12 units in one. So you gather them together in about units of 12 is what I tend to do. And then pull the trigger. Give us a few more blood.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, that was... Research stim pack. Now that will give my marines a little bit of a speed boost, but it will mess up their health. There are also cheats. I don't plan on using cheats. When I was first playing this game, the first experience I had of this game was with cheats, and I nothing I can do about there is but I mean, that's why I think it might appeal. Hopefully you're sat there enjoying me kill these alien scum. And we can all agree they're alien scum. They were going to rip my face off. They weren't going to stop and have a chat and ask how I was feeling and whether or not I'd like a cup of tea. They were just going to try and murderize me. Ironically, the spacefaring, very advanced civilization also has that attitude. Until the plot develops quite a lot. And then they're like, other races might be alright. Thank you, humanity, for teaching us this valuable lesson. Even with all of our civilization and our high technology developed by very intricate science, we had not come to understand the value of companionship. Because that seems to be, in sci-fi terms, all that humanity can offer to the world. It's like... they've always got to be superior, but it's never for anything actually superior. It's just a, oh, we can reflect and make friends now. Usually, make friends with humanity. Because they never say, we're going to stop being a dick from this movie onwards, are we?
Go, go, go. Let's move.
Typically, they cut the credits and just give you a, oh, and they lived happily ever after, trust us. That's clearly what happened, because everybody ever, something good happens to them, and then for the rest of their lives, nothing bad ever happens. And yeah, like I said, got a little bit of an individual playstyle. I was just going to root them back to the beginning. This is awful strategy. Like, from the games I watched yesterday, I just need to park him here. I want to park him at the point where I'm going to move him, and then proceed onwards. But then I wouldn't have been able to clear there. And I want to give you guys a full experience. I want you to see as much of it cleared as possible. I mean, ultimately, it's just going to be a pretty map. And the eradication of all enemies. But I think that's something we can all get behind. We can all get behind the eradication of the Zerg. And then when we're playing the Zerg, we can all get behind the eradication of humanity. Because who can't get behind that as a plot of a film? I mean, think about everything bad that's ever happened to you. Did it happen because a dog did something wrong to you? Did it happen because a spider did something wrong to you? That time that the boy from school threw a spider in your face and it made you freak out and all of the kids laughed at you. Who was worse? Who was worse in that situation? The spider? Or the people? But we're not at that stage yet. We will eradicate humanity when it is time to eradicate humanity. And also the Terrans are a rather main theme of this. So it's not actual eradication. It's like only contextual genocide. Like, genocide for all of the Zerg on this planet. But then, what are they doing on my planet? And possibly not even in this planet. Like, sometimes you eradicate all of the things on the map. And then they overwhelm you and kill you and your family anyway. Because they were just dicks. And you were only able to protect a little bit of space because... like... It's a bit realistic in that way, isn't it? I mean, no matter how good you do in one battle, you're not going to win every war. You might win every battle in a particular sequence. Let's say 10 battles, you win 10 battles on the trot, but then you lose Waterloo. Nobody cares about... well, I was going to say nobody cares about your name anymore, but that is... obvious lie. We've all seen Red Dwarf. Some people, even 3 million years into the future, are going to be singing the praises of... I was going to say Benedict Cumberbatch, but I'm fairly sure it's Napoleon Bonaparte. And this is just tedious wasting time because of the alcohol limit in my station. I want to have everybody having, you know, I just like playing it where I've tried to tap every resource, but ultimately I run up that hill. Boom. Technically with 2, but are you one? Legion! We'll send Legion in first, because they had some of those squirty things, didn't they? And then get 2 in second. And that was just a 1 right click, 2 right click. But yeah, this is like chess. When you watch people that are actually good at it, and instead of my dumbass, this can be like chess. If you're wondering why these aren't all like friendly firing and shit, it's because they have to be close to you. Watch. And it's game over for these jumps, but let's be honest. It was always going to be game over for these jumps. I think that was a Hydralisk, and that's a ling. That's what they called it. They called it a ling.
Commander, go. This is Jimmy.
A ling and a lisk. You can't call them lisks because lots of them are lisks. Mutalisks, ultralisks, hydralisks.
What the hell did they do to that command center?
They infested it.
Natural. Burn it, boys.
Yeah, kill it. Kill it with fire.
Jacked up and good to go.
No, especially you. You all together.
You got my attention.
Give me something to shoot.
Kill it with fire. With a lot of hit points, the fire will get there. Fire! Oh, purge it clean with the fire. Burn it to death. Burn every centimeter of those horrible infestations. Get rid of that creep as well. Go.
Receiving incoming transmission.
That doesn't sound good.
Raynor, by destroying the vital Confederate installation, you and your men have violated standing colonial law.
Confederates
As of
suck.
right now, you're all under arrest. I suggest you throw down your weapons and come peaceably.
I suggest.
You're out of your mind. If we hadn't burned that damn factory, this entire colony could have been overrun. Maybe if you hadn't taken your sweet time and
I suggest the
Now, I asked you
Confederates
nice the first time, boy.
are
I didn't come here to
not
talk
supposed
with
to
you.
fare space.
Now throw down them weapons.
Guess you
Duke.
wouldn't be a Confederate if you weren't a complete pain in the ass.
I think Raynor agrees with me. I think I'm going to get on pretty well with Raynor. I don't know. Maybe there's somewhat of a liberal agenda to this game. I didn't notice quite as much when I was a youngin'. But I mean, say that has been. Oh, that hasn't been. I love the scene.
Hey Sarge, why we always gotta listen to this shit for anyway?
Why do we always have to listen to
Cause
this?
I'm in charge, that's why. Oh, it don't seem like no good kind of place to be.
Dang, man. Here you go.
Hey, what's that? Hold on a minute, what's that?
Oh!
Steamroller!
Was that a dog? Was that a dog?
Looks like you mashed some poor fella's dog, Sarge.
It's a Zergling listener. Smaller type of Zerg. He'd be out this far unless...
That accent.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Oh.
I love you, Sarge.
My man. I love you, Private. Oh, man, he's dead. They killed him and they didn't even turn his torch off until it ran out of batteries. That's heartbreaking. Okay, so yeah, that's been somewhat inebriated Minecraft. Not Minecraft. Oh, such a rip-off of Markiplier. I'm so derivative. I apologize I apologize to you for my derivations. This has been somewhat inebriated Starcraft, the preceded to World of Warcraft that isn't actually affiliated with Minecraft, but Minecraft is still a fantastic game. This is Starcraft. As you can see, I think there's something like 15, maybe 10 episodes here, 10 episodes here, 10 episodes here. We're already on episode 3, so this could take a while and be deadly to my liver. Let's hope not, though, shall we? Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a lovely time for the rest of the day. I've been D.B.S.B.F. and it's been a pleasure. Bye.